We're recording, Sam, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hello and welcome to another University Deep Dive. Today, we are looking at the undergraduate program at the University of, is it Texas Christian University?
Texas Christian University.
Yeah. I can just say TCU.
You can
Okay.
TCU.
Okay. Hello and welcome back to another University Deep Dive. Today, we're looking at the undergraduate program at Texas Christian University, and we're joined by student Trevor Short. Trevor, welcome to the series here.
Thank you, Sam. Glad to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you. So to kind of get us started and learn more about the program, I'll turn it over to Spencer.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. And thanks, Trevor, again, for your time here. Texas Christian has a great real estate program, and let's just, we'll spend the next 15 minutes talking about what it means to study real estate as an undergraduate student at TCU. So first question, and we always start these profiles off like this. What does it mean to be an undergraduate student studying real estate at TCU?
Yeah, so luckily enough, we have actually a major that caters to real estate specifically. So we have a finance major, and then we have a finance with a concentration in real estate major as well. And so that path for you, if you're pursuing real estate, it's really easy to dial in more into real estate at TCU, because you have those opportunities to follow a curriculum, follow a set path for that. So really, it means just it means pursuing real estate through other forms outside of class as well, because you do need to be doing more than just the classwork that is provided for you. But other than that, it's following a path that's been laid out by students before you, and doing what you can to get connected to professionals in the Fort Worth and Dallas area.
Yeah, that's great. Let's dive into a little bit more. So SMU's undergraduate studies in real estate is a concentration down the finance path. So you elect to major in finance, and then you concentrate in real estate. At what point in the process are you making that election? Is that before you arrive at TCU? You need to know you're a real estate student, or is it your sophomore year? At what point in time are you concentrating in real estate and choosing a finance major?
Right. No, totally not. You don't need to know beforehand. It's very common at TCU. A lot of people change majors, right? So freshman year, you go in, you knock out a lot of your gen ed, you knock out a lot of classes that are required for any major. And within that time, you kind of want to have an idea of if you're going to go business or science. But beyond that, you could be considering an accounting minor in addition to your finance major, which is what I was initially, a finance major, just finance, and an accounting minor. And then I dropped the minor for accounting. I added on 2 other things, and I changed my major from finance to finance with real estate, and it all worked out perfectly.
Great. So that's happening around your sophomore year. Is that what I understand?
Yeah. Sophomore year is when you kind of like dial in, and it does depend on how many credits you bring in. Say if you were really proficient in AP in high school, that can speed up that process for you. But sophomore year is when that. Yeah.
So to hit the finance or the real estate concentration, how many real estate courses are you taking?
Not too many. So from sophomore, so for me, it started junior year. And so I'm going to take 1 or 2 classes each semester from the beginning of junior year onward. And so that ranges from 4 to 6 classes that you can take. And also there are elective classes, so you can take more if you want to fit them into your electives.
And what type of classes are you taking in specifically to real estate? Some examples you might share.
Yeah. So right now I'm in real estate principles. We have real estate law. There's different, law of agency and different classes where you can go into the legal side. And then there is valuations. So you can look more into, valuing assets and real estate. But I'm in the very introductory classes right now. Going forward, I'm going to get more specific and into some of the deeper level classes.
Good. So it's a bit daunting if I'm a senior in high school, or even a freshman, or going into my sophomore year at TCU. how do I know I want to be in real estate? And so like for you, what was it that led you to move away from accounting and move towards real estate? Were there extracurricular activities you were involved in that helped you understand what it means to have a career in real estate? What was it, alumni? What exactly helps you make that decision when you're in those earlier years?
Yeah, so real estate for me came about as an interest when I went from residential to understanding that commercial real estate was definite career path that you can pursue. So that happened about senior year of high school to freshman year of college, where I saw, real estate club. And I just saw it, posted somewhere. So I joined the real estate club freshman year. And then that was where I really started learning all these, things that I never knew before. And I was like, wow, and there's also a concentration for this as a finance major. You can choose that. And, so from then on, I was like, oh, whoa, there's a whole new world of possibilities. And so that initial just, liking of the idea of real estate turned into me finding more information from the club, from people at TCU that were also doing that. And then just really being involved with the club has been the main kind of like stream of my development personally with that.
Yeah, and that's a comment we've heard on quite a few of our university profiles, is the real estate club at the undergraduate level is key to understanding what it means to have a career in real estate and gaining an interest, or perhaps learning maybe you don't have an interest, but in most cases, learning you have an interest in commercial real estate. What other extracurricular activities related to real estate are available to undergraduate real estate students at TCU?
I would say the definite majority of opportunities provided are through the real estate club. And it's a pretty sizable club. We have 313 members currently. And there are a lot of events that go on. Pretty much, right now we have this entire month, there's been one every single week. And so those range all the way from speaker events to recruiting sessions, people, companies looking for hiring interns, to site tours. When there wasn't COVID, we will all, go travel to a site. So really within the club itself is kind of the umbrella over all the different ways that you can be involved in real estate. And that's in addition to class. But I would really say, funny enough, like instead of class being kind of like the primary driver for your progression in real estate and the club being supplementary to that, I would rather say it's the other way around. I would say the club is the primary thing where you're going to be progressing the most, and then the classes are that supplementary, like foundational knowledge that you can use to build upon the connections that you're making.
Yeah. Well, and by the way, that's not unique even to TCU. Real estate is it's a tangible asset that one needs to interact with. Now, ironically, we interact with real estate all day long. It's where we live and work and shop and whatnot. And it's the same in education. You really understand real estate by going out and interacting with people who are doing it, or doing site tours, or and the like. And the supplementary material you get in classes is what trains you to then work in that space. So that makes a lot of sense. Let's talk about the alumni network. How much interaction do you as a real estate student have with TCU alumni working in real estate, and what impact does that have on your ability to find interviews or full-time positions at graduation?
Yeah, so I'll head back a little bit to the question you asked before about outside of the club, what's another way to be involved in real estate. And this is something I just thought of. It's not very well known, but so real estate, obviously, any sort of alumni is going to be in the alumni network that the Career Center, the TCU Career Center, does a very good job of connecting students to alumni and job opportunities after college. And so that's something that you can be working with your career advisor from freshman year. And again, it's career advising for all of the Neely School. They group it and section it off kind of in different silos by major and also the business school. And but that career those career advisors are also a valuable tool and a way that you can find connections in real estate, because they do have a database of people that are working. But then in addition to that, the alumni have been very involved. Most of the panels, like when we have panels, when we have people come back to TCU and speak, the large majority of them are TCU alumni, and they stay in contact. I've emailed with a lot of them, and they're always very supportive. So
good to hear that. So let's talk about outcomes then, either in terms of internships or full-time positions. Generally speaking, where are TCU real estate students going to work geographically, and in what areas of real estate are most of the positions? And again, I know it varies by class and what, but generally speaking, are they staying within the DFW metro? Are they staying within Texas? Are they going nationwide? And then where are they working? Are they working in development, brokerage, acquisitions, asset management, et cetera?
Mm-hmm. I would say definitely, in addition to the fact that, you hear that echo?
Yeah. Sam, make note of where are we at here?
Yep, I'm on it.
I think it's better now.
Okay.
So, in addition to the fact,
hold on. Oh, do you remember the question, Trevor?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, just answer like you just started. In addition to the fact, that's perfect. Okay.
Okay. Wait, now I'm thinking. Say it again, Spencer. Sorry.
Yeah. So the question was related to, and we'll have the question on the recording. But the question was like, where are students working post-graduate? Yeah, post-graduate.
Okay, got you.
Geographically and in role type.
Yeah. So Fort Worth is a fantastic place to be because of the proximity to Dallas, and the Dallas market for real estate is insane. The Dallas market is booming, and it's very, very attractive, especially to all TCU students, in addition to Fort Worth. And so from what I've seen, my personal experience is that any sort of offer I've seen accepted on LinkedIn, or people, I hear about where people are going, it is Fort Worth or Dallas. And there's a couple exceptions to that, but not many. So large in part, people are staying in Dallas, in the DFW area. As far as where they're going and what asset class they're working with, specifically the jobs, I know there's more on the side of capital markets and asset management, not so much development. That's something I'm interested in, but I haven't heard that that's something. And then obviously brokerage, we're seeing a lot of students going into brokerage firms and positions, pursuing that, starting out as first-year analysts.
Great. Well, you can't go wrong in this market. Coming out of school working in Dallas, right? Like, so many companies relocating there. It's just a metro that seems to outperform, regardless of whether the economy is up or down. We've seen throughout the COVID months that Dallas has outperformed like it has over the last several decades. So you can't go wrong being in the DFW area or in Texas in general. So we're short on time. Let me finish with one last question. As you look back now at your the last few years at TCU, specifically as you've engaged with other real estate students, as you've done extracurriculars and whatnot, what is one particular experience or event that you participated in that was most impactful up until this point in your career?
Okay, I'll say without a doubt, first thing that comes to mind, it's not necessarily an event, but it's a person. And I'll go ahead and say it. So Elliot Dow, he works at CBRE now, and he was the president of the real estate club 2 years ago. So when I first joined as a freshman, and I didn't really get to know him that well then, but it's incredible the amount of follow-up that he has and the amount of times that he's texted me out of the blue, sending me a job application, information somewhere, checking in on me, and sending me examples of his cover letters and resume. And he's just done so much to give back to me. And it's been amazing having him almost as a mentor. And that's what makes me want to do that, down the line for somebody else, hopefully.
Yeah, that's great to hear. It's always
Yeah.
good to hear stories of more senior folks taking young professionals such as yourself under their wing
Yeah.
and helping them get that start. Well, thank you, Trevor. This will be a huge benefit to underclassmen at TCU, but also juniors and seniors in high school, or those young individuals thinking about real estate as a career and looking at great schools like TCU. So thank you for your time, and I'll turn it back over to Sam.
Thank you.
Yes. Thanks, Trevor. It's been great to have you on. Been great learning more about TCU. And to our readers and watchers, thanks for watching this latest episode on our deep dive series. Okay.